Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 6 of TTML here at the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. My name is Graham, and I am joined tonight by my co-commentator, Joe the Hedgehog Corboy. Hi, Joe.
1 second, I'll give you a headshot. 1 second. I know. Well, Graham, how are you?
Hi, Joe. That was stellar.
Yeah, I know. Hedgehog's out in the yard, actually. I may have to bring him in, get rain.
Oh, if it's rain, you may bring him in.
I know, yeah. Yeah, well.
Anyways.
Tonight we're at the Red Bull Ring, Graham.
We are, Joe. We are. We've got 16 drivers.
It's brilliant, like. We're getting better, like.
I know. I'm
listening to me.
Impressed.
I think they're listening back to my, like.
Just you.
Voice. Yeah, just my voice. Get on the game.
That's why they're all here. It's because they listen.
My voice, like. My voice is the voice of TTML, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff. Joe, we're getting ready to hop in. As we are, and as we're agreed by the beautiful loading screens, would you like to take us through last week's top 3 and the standings, and as they stand heading into this race tonight?
Yes, Graham. At Canada, the top 3 were TTGA Cam, TTGA Charlie, and OWR Lord Holton. Great podium there. And leading the way with 83 points is Lord Holton, followed by Cam with 76, Nicky in third with 74, Charlie in fourth with 71, and Synchronizer in fifth with 59. He had a bad race, Graham, last week. Haas leading the way with 135 points, Racing Point second on 115 points, Mercedes in third on 113 points, McLaren in fourth with 98 points, and Red Bull Racing with 91 points in fifth. That's your constructors and driver standings, Grim.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. That's very good timing. We're just about to hop into the session, see what we're working with in terms of the old weather conditions. Austria.
Remember, Graham, you have to take the pit entry as well, Graham. Pit entry.
Is correct, Joseph. All the drivers were informed. That looks overcast. All drivers were informed of the correct pit entry, which we will show you an example of someone later on. I'm just looking at the old standings there. I was looking at to see where Renault were in that, or let me just get this right. Alpine F1 team powered by Renault E-Tech engines, as they are set to be announced for next season to be called.
Graham, come on, like, I'm not even going to be able to say that like next year.
For those of you who don't have a clue what I'm looking at, or I'm referencing, go check out racefans.net for some F1 news, and you will see that that's what Renault are set to be, and they're well sourced, so that's what they're set to be called next year. So yes, Alpine F1 team powered by Renault E-Tech engines. What a stupid.
That is such a mouthful. Like,
what a stupid name. Do you know what? Like, look, there's been a few commentary team name, a few team name changes over the last few years, Joe. I've finally gotten over saying Force India, and and not saying Force India and saying Racing Point. And AlphaTauri has been fairly simple to transition to from Toro Rosso. Force India was a tough one, but I will not be doing that. I'll be calling Renault. I don't care.
Yeah, that is just a mouthful and a half. Like, would you be well?
No.
What is their thinking behind that?
Well, there's been a reshuffle of sorts in the Renault organization, and it's all linked with that. His new CEO. But anyways, yeah, expect that. Expect more blue on the car next year too. But that's then. This is now. Cam is going to get us started. He typed in the comments there before the start of the race to say that he said it was his turn to crash. So we'll see how he gets on with that.
Invalidated already.
He has. His teammate is on flying that right behind him though, and he is also invalidated.
And he invalidated as well.
So yes, Joe, this track is a challenge. Would you like to take us through the various challenges of it and where one might invalidate their laps?
Turn 1 is tough outside curb there. Lose traction then coming up turn 3, not turn 2.
Very good, well done.
Where Conti is coming now, we could invalidate not this curb, this curb here. Yeah, that one. Go wide. And then sure, yeah, that curb there as well. And coming into the last 2 corners, this stupid kangaroo curb here, and this curb here as well, or that little curb there.
Yep, all of them. And
yes.
Oh, hello. Do I see rain? I thought I saw a spot of rain for a second.
Well, it looks very misty, to be honest, Graham. Not gonna lie.
Anyways, times are flying in. 4-2 there for Conti. That was a 4-1 there for Kelvin. I thought I saw a drop. 3 into the 3s, 3-7 for aquaplaning. Medium tyres on key, but he invalidated. Well, he's invalidated this current lap, but times are flying in. I'm almost certain there's rain coming down. I need to look for a bit longer on board just to see. My eyes must be playing tricks on me. Charlie then jumped up to first with a 3.5. Martin Bell then. First race since Australia, I believe, for Martin Bell. It's the first round. It's
yeah,
3.7.
It's great to have him back, though.
It sure is in the lovely tracing point. What a
Graham,
car that is. Yes, Joe.
How do you find this track?
How do I find this track? When you're on it, it's a very satisfying track because it's got a nice flow to it. It's very high speed. Flow to it is quite nice. Once you're in the zone, as Nadal goes up to third there with a 3.7. Once you're on it, it's a very nice track to go around, I think. And here's an example, by the way, of entering the pit lane correctly, as shown by Martin Bell. Nice and early to the right-hand side. State your intentions early, and in you go. That is how everyone will be looking to enter the pit lane tonight. If not, they will be subject to a penalty for dangerously entering the pit lane. We saw that, especially in Division 1 a couple of days ago. Yeah, I like this track quite a bit, but you need to be kind of on it. If not, then this track will not be kind to you. It will not be kind to you in terms of traction. It will not be kind to you in terms of penalties. And so, for that reason, people like yourself, I think, aren't massive fans of it.
I don't mind it, to be honest. It's just when you get damaged turn 1, lap 1, and you're racing on your own for the whole race.
Are you referring to anyone in particular, Joe?
I'm referring to myself.
Yes,
my
you are.
Incredible experience last night.
Yes, so that was quite an experience. But this is obviously such a short blast around this track. For a track that's so short and has few corners as it does, it's actually pretty challenging for a lot of the drivers. So I think we'll see lots of, we'll see a lot of penalties tonight, that's for sure. We'll see a couple of cars losing traction zones. You mentioned turn 1, that can definitely happen. The big culprit, I think, is turn 3, as you mentioned. The Remus hairpin. Up the hill, turn 3, exit of that. If you're a little bit... early upshift to third would sort you fine. Just go to look at synchronise as he heads out of the last corner. He did go purple to sector 1, but the rest of the lap kind of fell away. A 4.1 for synchronizer puts him on 7th place. It looks like it's getting brighter, Joe. I definitely saw a raindrop earlier in the session, but it's all past. The sun is beginning to creep out, so threat of rain is looking like it's swept away, Joe.
Yeah, it has already. Sorry, I just want to butt in there. Breaking news. Chelsea signed Kai Havertz from Bayern Leverkusen on a 5-year deal.
Fantastic. Thank you for that breaking football news in this F1 stream, Joe.
No bother at all, Graham.
Lord Holden is on a lap. Or will he start on a lap at least? By the looks of it. I'll go on board for this. Nice wide entry to turn 1. Yes, that's a nice entry and exit to turn 1. Take as much of that inside cover as you can. And take you want to take a good bit on exit, but not too much, of course, as to invalidate the lap. And heading up towards the Remus hairpin. Nice
Third
apex.
gear.
Third gear. Wow, we've got nice rotation in third gear as well. This is very clean. No issues at all on exit. He's slowed down nicely in time as well. This is a very clean looking lap for Lord Hulton so far. Left hand side. Fourth gear. Wow.
Fourth gear.
I've got a second there myself at times. He's very confident on his turn in. How much straight line speed is he sacrificing in the process though? A little bit, well, it is a bit more of a moment. And a very narrow entry to that corner as well. A bit more drama through the second sector, but let's see what he can do. Apparently it was purple through sector 2. Nice early entry into that. Fifth gear. Wow, this is interesting stuff. Across the line, it's a 4 flat for Lord Holden. And behind him was Conti. He's done a 3-6 to jump
Oh,
into
and
second place.
aquaplaning's after baiting into the barrier. Oh my god. Last corner. I just seen his car just flip into the distance there. As Charlie goes, pole.
3.2, wow, that's quick. Yeah, there goes. Just on board there with Sidegate to see where that car fed out. A 3.2. Yikes.
Yeah, I believe I did that last night.
Joe, you did that in Division
9th.
2, and that was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't say I was expecting that. I actually wonder what the I'm actually going to have a quick check. What the pole time was for Division 3.
I didn't look.
Because I am half curious to see where that might rank for D3. Because that's an impressive time. That's a very impressive time by Charlie. 3 flat was pulled for Division 3 by Mashiro. Here comes Key across the line. I believe this is a start of a lap. I believe he's gone to third previously, just a couple of hundreds, a few thousands actually behind his teammate there. He's on to third place himself, but Conti of course in second place. Yeah, 3 flat was Division 3, and a 3-2 would have put him on in P6. It was actually very tight up at the Div 3 in the end. Oh, and Key's whacked into the barrier on the exit of turn 3. He's got all 4 wheels left on the car though, so that's at least is one positive. So I'm actually surprised by that actually, Joe. I would have thought maybe a 3-2 would have been top 3 possibly for a D3, but apparently not.
Yeah, that's good lap by Charlie.
It is a good lap regardless. Nicky then goes up to 4th at 3-7. So it's actually, if you look, Joe, ignoring Charlie, and this was the case in Division 2 yesterday, if you look from Conti down towards aquaplaning, there is very little to be had.
Oh yeah.
In terms of time.
It's only 10, like.
Yeah, it's so tight. So that's exciting. And when I say like Division 2, right, you'd M Shore doing, what, 2-6?
Yep.
And everyone else was like 2-9, 2-8. So here comes Martin Bell. This looks like it's going to be a lap. It's an improvement, but it's not enough to promote him any further. He remains in P5. Nadal then, there's a bit better time. 3.4 puts him up to the front row of the grid of Renault. The Alpine, no, the Renault looking well in P2. Nadal's got some decent pace around here, it seems.
Yeah, he has. It looks good already so far. But wonder what race best like. Race best is different than quali, you know.
Well, we can get into that and the problems in the race that come later on. DJ Williamson then popping in a 4-6 on mediums. Well, an awful time on mediums to be fair. He'll want to pull on a set of softs though before this qualifying session is over. There's a McLaren on track, it's Charlie. Let's go on board with this actually. Doesn't go over to the left hand side as much as some other drivers that he's involved in the lap. So, will he complete it or will he, no, he's backed off, put the ERS down to 0. Put the ERS down to Mashiro. Or Mashiro. Ah.
Mashiro.
Yeah, but I was trying to work in. F1 life is always a thing. There's not a lot going on track at the moment. Cause hang on, we've got Key on an outlap. Charlie, of course, we saw just invalidated. Everyone else is kind of coming into the pits, so or on an outlap. So we'll stick with Key. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time for another run, unless he bails in the pits at the end of this lap to get back out again. But let's see. DRS Open heading down towards the challenging turn 1, heading up the hill. Nice wide entry, sweeps in. Ooh, cutting it close as Cam is out of the session. Oh, he's lost the last corner as well. Who's that coming in? This Storm. Let's see if we can see from Storm's point of view. No, he's coming into hits. Doesn't look as deep though as Aquaplaning, where Aquaplaning lost it. But he's out nevertheless. Is Cam, and he'll be starting from the back essentially, unless Robin can get until Robin gets a lap time in. But here is Key. Just about to head through the Sector 2 split. Wide entry then. Let's see what his time is. He's down by almost 2/10. So, not looking like the one. He could pivot now, come into the pits, and I believe he is going to do that. And he'll have plenty of time to get back out for another run. I think that's the smart decision to do. Behind him, Kelvin's just starting a lap, I believe, which means Cygate, having connected back into the session, is on a flying lap, Joe.
Kelvin's just starting one, Graham.
Yep, his teammate further up the road on a lap.
Ooh, Mr. Apex there. And he's going up to turn. Who's behind him? You forgot to mention, Graham. We have a reserve driver as Donnelly, who is a reserve driver tonight.
Indeed, in the McLaren. Cygate's 3/10 up here through the middle sector. He found a lot of time in this middle sector. So, Cygate, a firm racer, Joe, as we know. A firm racer.
Yep. Likes to get the elbows out.
Absolutely. Comes across the line. What can he do? It is a 3.4. Narrowly misses out. Lost a bit of time there through Sector 3. Narrowly misses out. A spot on the front row. But a good lap for him, nevertheless. His teammate, his 6/10 improvement, could get himself into the top 5 here himself. Looks alright, to be fair. Let's see. Not quite. It fell away the last sector there at 3.8. But he does move into the top 10 himself. Let's have another look at Charlie, shall we? Let's see if he can hook one up. We'll go on board once again. A bit of a glare heading into turn 1. Drivers don't like that. And that's a better exit and entry through turn 1 compared to the last time anyways. But let's see if he's any improvement on his lap as he heads up the hill. Very, very tight. 6 thousandths down. So effectively nothing in it. Clean exit. Use a bit more track on the left hand side before coming back over to the right hand side on the exit of turn 3. As Robin is out, and that means Cam will start in 15th. So he's got away with one there. Won't be totally last. Let's see how quickly on the power. 4 drifting wide, very nice. 600ths down. Oh, losing a bit of time. You can see the understeer a bit through there. I think he's not going to get back out in time.
No, he's not.
Charlie, so that's going to be it for Charlie. But he has set the benchmark, nevertheless. He is the one to beat with a 3.2. I still don't think anyone's going to get close to that. But
Nadal is 27 thousandths up.
Before that, though, is Nikki heading through the last turn, turn 10, and stays in 6th place. Now Nadal, as you say, has invalidated the lap.
Nadal is after invalidating.
I think coming out of turn, was that through turn 8? The right-hander?
Yeah.
Has to be careful not to get in the way of the cars here, because there's Storm coming through on a lap, and I think he realised that Nadal decided to hurry up the pace. Here comes Storm then. At 3.7 is an improvement, but a very marginal one. I'm not sure. He's going to be tight where he gets back around in time on
no, he's letting people go.
So that's going to be it then. Hold up, understeer for Donnelly. I think he's actually just starting his lap. To be fair, last lap for him, he'll be starting. Whereas Synchronizer expected to begin his final run. Mickey looks like he may have gone for 1.4 down, possibly not. No, it is in zero deployment. Key is on a lap though. Here we go. Here's finally someone on a lap. So just take down the 30 seconds remaining. Well, it's a sausage covered a little bit, but doesn't run wide critically. What can Key do? It is a 3.4. Oh, very 3,000ths of a second. Moves in front of Nadal there, who is gone for another lap. Let's see if he can find any improvements then to end. 3.2. Oh, very close, very close indeed, but still behind Charlie. As a Conti comes
14,000.
Yeah, very tight. Lord Holton stays in 11th. His teammate has invalidated a lap. Donnelly, coming through the last corner, has invalidated as well and promptly shoves his car into a wall. That could have been very dangerous, actually, as Martin Downs could have crossed the line. I know that he was invalid, but nevertheless, synchronizer.
Oh!
10th improvement. Oh, a horrific entry to the last corner. Can he get inside the top 10? He does, but maybe he arguably didn't want to. Because DJ Williamson has invalidated his lap as well and has also stuffed his car into P wall. But I think Conti's still on a flying lap. And he's a 10th up, is Conti. Oh, but he's gone over the limit on turn 7. Oh, you feel very silly having done that. And I think, Joe...
That's everyone, Graham.
I think that's our lot for this qualifying session. Key actually
it is Graham.
Up to second place there in the end.
1,000!
1,000 away from Charlie. Wow.
5,000 squids.
A lot of squids on that lap attempt. But wow, top 3 separated by less than 200ths of a second. So I said 3,000s earlier, and I giggled. You giggled because I knew that's what it was about. Because I knew that's what you were thinking about. I know you too well. Of course, no one will get the joke, but and I can't be bothered.
He has a nice old helmet, to be honest.
It does. Hopefully, get more
nice
helmets
green
next
and
week,
orange.
Joe, for the new podium pass coming through.
Oh yeah, you sucked up all
my Bitcoins. Damn right. So 1,000 then, the gap between Key and Charlie then somehow. 1,400 then back to Nadal in 3rd, Sygate 4th, Conti 5th, Nicky 6th, Martin Bell 7th, Storm 8th, Aquaplane 9th, and Synchronizer round at the top 10. A very close fashion between Conti and Aquaplane ends very close at that end of the grid.
Yeah, hopefully it's dry race now. But we shall see. And it is a beautiful day here in Austria.
I was like, you don't know that, but you must have loaded you must have loaded in before.
No, I didn't. I'm still loading.
Oh, it was a complete guess.
Yeah.
But you got lucky. So it is dry, and the threat of rain does not look like it is abound.
Grim.
Yes, Joseph. Are you going to ask me for a prediction?
Who's your top 3 prediction?
Top 3? Wow, we normally just do the winner.
Oh, top 3, right?
Wow. I'll go with Charlie for sure. I will go with Key.
Okay.
And I need a reminder who's in 4th. I've already forgotten. I will put Conti for a top 3 spot. What about you? What do you want? What's your prediction?
Interesting. Charlie, Martin Bell
from P7, okay.
And Cam.
And Cam from P15. That's a bold. That's a bold podium prediction.
Graham, you know me, I'm bold, boy, so I am.
Never.
Not in that.
Say that again.
Not in that way.
You said it, and I asked, never again will you say such things.
Sorry, my bad.
Yes. Anyways,
anyways,
strategy, Joe. Most people, obviously top 10 are locked onto their softs that they qualified on. Lord Holton, Donnelly, Robin on the softs. Medium compound tyres for Cam, DJ Williamson and Kelvin from 11th, interestingly. So, having looked at this, Joe, having done some bits around Austria myself recently, I haven't seen a few races around Austria myself recently. I think the best strategy around here is the softs onto the hards. Because if you want to make a one-stop work from softs to mediums, you have to extend big time. You're talking like if you want good mediums by the end of the race, you want to pit like lap 15 on your softs ish, and your mediums might not even be good then. Whereas you can relieve the pressure, get an undercut as well, pitting lap 11 or 12 or so, maybe even 10 if you're feeling lucky on the hards. Undercut, and you can go safely to the end of the race, and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So we'll see what happens. I predict a riot, Joe. like the Kaiser Chiefs did. And I think we're going to see a lot of tyre issues in this race. I actually predicted strategy, kind of alluding to what I was looking at earlier. Easier said than done to get the soft 15 laps and the mediums then to the end from there. But here we go then. 36 laps, flying laps, Joe, because this will go quickly, presuming there's no safety cars. Here we go. 5 red lights. Thankfully, I'm relying on the lights in front of me. And away we go. Looks like a good start from Nadal already. He's got a very good start, very laggy start to be fair though. As well, he's outside of Charlie. He's going to swoop. He's going off the track to swoop in.
Oh my god!
Lag is absolutely everywhere from Nadal. But he's into the lead somehow. And Charlie's lost out big time here. And Psyche's going to be slipstream.
Oh, and there's a crash between Storm and Lawson at the back.
Psyche then taking P3 as they head up the hill. Nicky, Martin Bell, they're all thereabouts. Nicky then looking like he's side by side with Martin Bell. Go on board with Aquaplane then behind. See side by side heading down towards turn 4. Nicky with the inside line. Could break a little later than Martin Bell. Bit of contact, but Nicky looks like he is through. And Aquaplane looking to try and follow in as well. Down the inside, Martin Bell trying to defend. Outside line from Aquaplane, he's got to move on. He's into 6th place. As Conti then side by side. Cam's had a rock of a start, Joe.
Yeah, he had a good start.
To P9 on those mediums.
Yeah, there was contact at turn 1 between Storm and Lord Holton. And I believe, oh, what's going on here? Oh, never mind.
Aquaplaning and I think there's a ghost
DRS
car.
enabled. What?
No, it's lap 2. Don't mind the screen. It's not lap 3. It's definitely lap 2. There's a lot of ghosting, there's a lot of timing screen issues, trying to do the best we can with what we have. But it looks like Nadal still leading away from Key, and a lot of ghosting going on. There's Martin Bell, and that was Aquaplaning still behind. No DRS, by the way. This is lap 2, so we'll ignore that. Lord Holton did pit then, had a wing damage, I believe. We're doing the 2-stop on the mediums. Storm looked like his wing was okay from what I saw heading around the last corner on that last lap, so he'll be safe to continue. But at the front, Nadal still holds away. I wonder how irritated Key and Charlie might have been, because that looked like a laggy start. So we got our first penalty of the day. And to preserve their own race, I imagine Key and Charlie just got out of it because didn't want any part to do with the lag.
Yeah, it was quite bad. Looked fairly bad now, to be fair. Jeez, penalties racking up already. Lap 3.
Yeah, heading on to lap 3 now. DRS is enabled this lap. 3 detection zones. And you best hope that you are in one of these DRS trains, because otherwise you are in big trouble if you are not. And we'll see what happens. If they're all within DRS of each other, down towards down to 15th, basically. As Aquaplane gets by Martin Bell. So he's got 15% ERS already as Aquaplane. So that's why it's so much more speed. But Martin Bell, as a result of this squabbling, has already dropped out of a second. And Psyche dropping out at that range as well. All the ERS is gone, Joe, for Aquaplane. Absolutely all of us.
Oh, contact.
And Martin Bell trying to hold on to this position. Trying to hold on to P5. Aquaplane down the inside.
More contact.
And he is through, but at what what are the cost?
What cost?
All of his ERS. We'll see if Martin Bell can fight back. As see very on the edge there is Sygate and Key then. Ooh, Nadal's gone off wide, and that is a 3-second penalty. Heading on to lap 4.
And lap 4.
Going to be a lot of this. And two Hasses side by side. Synchronizer moved ahead of his teammate. Different strategies, of course, so I imagine that'll be the reason for that. Let's see if Key can get any closer. If he is, then reeling in that Renault. And I always said Alpine. Nadal goes defensive. But he holds on for now. There's Nadal, but can he hold on heading down towards turn 4? Opts not to go to the inside line. There he goes then, but has he gone too late? No, leaves the door open. And Key is going to go down the inside then into turn number 4 and takes the lead of this race as Martin Bell does get that position back on aquaplaning, of course. We won't have the DRS.
Oh, he goes wide. Oh, a bit of a wiggle there from aquaplaning on turn 4.
As it race side by side, Joe, for the lead of the race. Nadal and Key, I thought this one was done, but apparently it is not. And still fighting away. Oh, yeah, flag sector 3.
Oh, and aquaplaning.
Oh, Nicky is off as well, I believe. But we're going to stick with this, Joe, for the lead of the race. Down the inside. Oh, Nadal's gone off the track. Oh, and just about narrowly missed contact as Saika goes very, very
and Martin
wide.
Bell's round.
Where's that? Oh, that's out of the... oh, it's very interesting. Out of the... into the second to last corner. Out of the second to last corner.
Oh, it's Hendy flying in left, right and centre here.
Absolutely
I
flying.
think, oh, and... My God.
Going to look at the lead, Joe, once again, because once again it's going to change hands, I think. Nadal's going to go for the dive down the inside into turn 3. And Sygate's looking on at this. Oh, he's lost the backhand, his Key. But he's caught it and kept out of the barriers heading out of turn 3. So he's done well to catch that. And he's still in 4th place. But no longer in contention for the lead
kicking off here, Graham.
of this race, absolutely, Joe. What did you see back there, Joe?
Aquaplaning absolutely mowed into the wall. They're reversing backwards. Tyres are definitely overheated. He is struggling. He's losing it left, right and centre. Lord Holt's going to catch him now. And I've seen Donalou got pushed off by DJ Williamson as well. They're turn 3 as well.
So feisty stuff to open this Austrian Grand Prix at the moment. I'm looking at a little battle between
what's going on here? Aquaplaning is off again. He may have just retired the car because his tyres are cooked.
I wouldn't retire the car because there's points up for grabs.
Well, he's driving on ice basically, Graham.
Joe might have another change for the lead here. Sygate's this time is going to be looking to make a move on Nadal. He's just a bit too far back, is broken so early. It's going to bring Charlie right into the fray. Nothing doing heading up towards... Oh, Synchronized on the hitting to the back of Cam. So somewhere along the way, he's lost that position.
Oh, he's nearly in the wall. He's in the wall.
Oh, is he just
kept it out?
Yeah, he has. Oh, but he's reversed very dangerously on the track. Thankfully, he ghosted.
Aquaplaning is everywhere. What's he doing? Like,
I don't know. He's got the leaders coming up to him, Joe. He's got this beautiful helicopter shot of the top 3 coming through. But yeah, I'm not sure, Joe. He's going to be a lap down already, having started this race from the top 10. So Nadal, Charlie and Saige go through. And they're 1.7 ahead of Key. And Cam just behind that. So spread out a bit, Joe, as this field slightly, still very close in a lot of places, but the leader's a little bit further away, having kept it relatively clean. And that's a good exit for Saige in the pits. So Nadal then goes defensive, forcing the AlphaTauri to the outside, but already nipping back in front.
Contact.
Movement under braking slightly from Sygate, and then this time it's Nadal with the DRS. He's going to pull over to the left-hand side. See if he can make this move. I think it's going to
be a feisty fight, this one.
I think so, Joe. I think someone lost it coming out of turn 3. There's a yellow flag there briefly, but I'm not sure for whom.
Synchronizer? No, I don't know.
Possibly. Yes, I think you're right. Possibly. But we may have just slipped down that far after his spin the other lap. I saw a little bit of lag kick up there. This squabbling is allowing Key to get closer back in that DRS range. He won't be there quite yet. But any more squabbling between this front 3, and he certainly will be. Already he's on the edge. Your prediction, Joe, of Cam for a podium spot might not be too looking too bad right now. 5th place on mediums.
No, yeah, he's had a good start, sure.
He's got these mediums for a good stint. Let's see then if Saige can get past DRS open.
Excuse me.
Oh dear, the hiccups have struck on lap 8
of
36. Nice clean exits for everyone there, and Key is back within DRS. Not got it for this run down towards turn 4, but he definitely will have it if he can stick within that second range. Next time of asking, Conti then in the back of Cam, nothing really doing, no overtakes really happening there at this stage. Settle down and somewhat as everyone's kind of settled into some sort of DRS rhythm.
Yeah, Charlie's close up to say it quickly. I think pit stops will be soon, I think, to maximise them hards.
Yeah, if that's the plan. I'm sure we'll see someone bait onto those hards. Key is very much back within the fray now. DRS open. On the back of Charlie, who's just nursing ERS there. So very much in a conservative mode is Charlie. Might have to use a little bit more though. Yes, he is using a bit more to try and fend off that Red Bull. As Sidegate not any closer himself to making an overtake. And very slow.
Very slow though, up turn 3. Very slow.
And the approximate for the cars in front. I think Key actually might be having a look here, to be fair. See if anything's doing as Storm and actually we'll stick with this actually. DJ Williamson side by side with Storm. Medium tyres for DJ Williamson inside into turn 4. Slams the door and look at Key very quickly. A tenth behind, but can't do anything heading into turn number 6. And really, undercuts. Oh, Charlie almost leaves the back end there. Undercuts should be considered very, very soon. And I thought actually Key.
Second penalty.
Second
penalty. I thought Key was going to go in there.
I thought so too. That's what I was looking at as well. So he had a little nose over to the right hand side.
Cam's into the pits.
On mediums, must have wing damage. Maybe you can keep an eye on that, Jose, and look at the top 4. Sidegate gets a penalty and reels in that Renault, finally using the ERS this time around. Nadal
wing
doesn't
change
fight it.
And a set of hards.
So it's a one stop then for Cam, and the wing change as suspected. So Sidegate's through then on Nadal. Nadal then, oh, that's a lot of lag. But it looks like he's not going to be able to fight this one back. And Sidegate holds the lead then. As we saw more squabbling between Storm and DJ Williamson on the outside. Storm wants to close the door, but DJ Williamson gets the better run. Taking up towards turn 6 and is through.
I think the mediums are better right now with this part of the race.
Looks like Sidegate's darted into the pits then. Understeers a bit wide, understeers all the way wide, but did say his intentions early, and Key is in as well. And he's actually lost a bit of time in the entry there, has Key, because he slowed down a little bit earlier than the line. Looks like hard tyres.
No, Sidegate slowed down, Graham. Sidegate's in for set mediums. He's in for hards. Yeah,
I was watching Key, by the way.
Storm.
That was as well
yeah,
as
sorry. My bad.
Hards then, Storm is also pitched. Hards for him, Hards for Keys, he'll go to the end comfortably. That is going to be a
Cam's in again.
Sidegate. Oh, he's in again. What has happened to Cam then? Is that another nose change waiting?
No, yeah.
As DJ Williamson and Conti, as you say, Joe, mediums are the ones to be on. And DJ Williamson sidling his way through the field, moving up into 4th place. See then, do these front two respond? Nadal does. As Charlie has to contend with having to slow down into the pits. We lost a little bit of time there. So Charlie's going to extend a little bit longer. And Nadal is in. Now I'm certain Sidegate's going to go for a 2-stop, because those mediums will not go to the end. These hards, on the other hand, should go to the end. As a nice little battle there for P3. Conti with DRS just picked up a penalty. Now hold on, let's actually check pause on that. Where is Key? There's Sidegate, there's Nadal. So Sidegate's still ahead of Nadal, but Key is behind Nadal. 1.6 seconds. As Robinson can move here. P4 on Conti, both on softs, so this is for a legitimate position. On the same strategy, and side by side, very close to contact. Tighter line for Conti, but Nadal turns to the inside line for Robin, and when he hold it, contact. don't think that was... Yeah, wing is okay, but Robin has got that position as Charlie looks like he's going to head into the pits. So extended by a lap or so, where will he come out in contention then? He's close to Key. Nicely slowed down. Where will he emerge? Medium compound tyres. Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Will he lap 12? I think that's lap 13. I think that's going to attempt. That's going to be an attempted one stop. I think
it's going to be puncture territory. I think, Graham.
It's going to be very close to Charlie. Oh, there's Key, and he's through. Oh, it's going to be side by side, and Key is through. So Key's got the jump. Charlie, you have to dispatch that Red Bull as quickly as possible on those medium tyres. Can't afford to get caught in the DRS train. Behind us, Nadal and Sygate very, very close as well. Overtake mode enabled for Nadal, and this is going to be an easy move in the end with that overtake.
Oh my!
Sygate wanted to move over. Oh, that could have been a disastrous crash. And Nadal is through.
My God.
That was scary stuff, Joe.
Great, I was on board and I nearly...
I know you did.
Underpants.
I know.
Robin stepped out. He started on soft, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, sector 2.
It has, yes.
As Lord Holton is around.
Turn 3. Wing looks okay.
He started first off, started last.
Yeah. So we can assume then, as Sygate and Key side by side, bit of contact front to rear, and it looks like Chinese will get through as well. Then that's a double whammy then for Sygate. Will he try and fight that back heading up the hill? As Chinese have to put a move on Key as well, have to do so around the outside of turn 3.
Oh, he's going for dive bomb.
Oh, it's an almighty dive bomb from Sygate, and it's forced Charlie off the track and into a 3-second penalty for track limits. He will not be impressed, Joe, with that. As his teammate
Don Lew and Martin Bell.
Oh, it's aggressive stuff.
Going at it.
McLaren is being pushed around. Won't be too happy. I wonder if has Charlie got any damage, because that AlphaTauri, he does. Oh no, he doesn't. It's just the same color as the end plate's the same color as the underside. But it wouldn't have surprised me, because it was. I'm sure it was a bit of a hit that he took as Conti's into the pits from 4th on the softs. As Robin carries on.
Bell as well. Don Lew's going to get swamped by these boys.
Yet to pit, of course. One big DRS train. Tell you what, Key might be putting a bit of pressure on though. Let's see if he'll go for the dive. Nothing doing heading into this turn at least. Get nice and slow. Medium tyres for Conti, so he'll go to the end from this this range.
Nadal going down the outside.
Understeered into. And Key will go through, and Sygate will nip through as well. And Charlie, let's see, he's not through quite yet. And he's through now. His teammate lets him go. Contact, and does that damage the wing at all?
No. Oh, Key nearly went off there as well, Graham.
As Robin pits from 3rd. On those tyres. Wing looks okay for Nadal. It's a bit of a hit. But now, critically, he is without DRS. And Key looking very up for it. But, too up for it. As he cuts turn 1 and gets a 3-second penalty in the process. But he still
Here comes Sygate.
DRS, here we go then, into turn 3. Down the inside goes Key. And
Sygate's there as well.
DRS for Key as well, so he's going to get away with this one surely. No DRS then for Nadal. Sygate, will he come through? No, he will not.
He's looking
close, isn't it?
It is very close.
Robin very close to synchronizer as well. That's for P8. Fresh mediums for those two. Sorry, fresh mediums for Robin. 6-lap mediums for Sygate.
Sygate nearly
Have to catch it. But he did, to his credit. But he's got Charlie all over the back of him. He's got to back right off, so he has under pressure. Do.
Yeah, I know it's good. I'd say it'll be this straight. I think one of them will jump each other. Saigate gets a better run though.
Nadal's got like no ERS to do anything with.
And very little fuel as well, Graham.
Yeah, this is not a track where you want to really run underfueled, because, well, there's a lot of straight line stuff. You want to be as rich as much as you can. Charlie happy to sit back at the moment, I believe, as defensive.
Sure, he has a lot of VRS as well.
He has a lot of VRS. His defensive is key. The Nadal trying to force his way through with little regard for his own ERS. Oh, he's off the track. Bit of contact. That'll send him deep. And Key wanted to get back through. It's a bit of argy-bargy, but Nadal is through, rather forcing his way through. On Key, he has to try and fight to keep control of the back end. That's going to have Saigate into the picture. Surely not. Don't do it.
No,
not through turn 9. Oh no. Key's gone very wide. You have to get very wide to avoid any sort of incident. Oh, it's this is punchy.
It's kicking off here in Division 4.
It's very punchy on a Friday night. Look at that alcohol reference.
Well,
punch. No one drinks punch though.
No.
Nadal.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I've actually never had it.
Oh.
Nadal is going to keep this position for the time being. Of course, it's all squabbling away, and this allows.
This is
Kelvin,
Kelvin, sorry, and DJ Williamson. Like, this is helping them out, like, massively.
Certainly is. As a little change there for P11. Martin Bell and Nicky, but we'll stick with. Of course, they've got to run. We assume they'll go along and try and run the soft, which is easier to do at the end of the race compared to the start, given the lighter fuel load. It'll be long now, I'd say. Maybe, well, a little bit actually still to go. Maybe lap 24, 25 maybe, perhaps. Maybe a bit earlier than that. Yeah. Maybe 23. 22 or 23.
Oh, and Charlie hit the kangaroo curve, or Key, sorry.
The kangaroo curve. Wow, great alliteration, Joe. As Charlie goes through. Thinking maybe now is a good time for Saigate to attack with that ERS.
Oh, and Charlie's off, or Key is off, Graham. Key is off.
Good spot, Joe. I didn't see that. I was looking at Saigate's on board. And that's going to allow. Oh, we've got Saigate. Oh, very wide, Nadal.
Oh, he comes back on the track.
And Charlie's going to be right there as well to gain on this momentum. Push has come to shove. Charlie trying to go around the outside. See, can he hold it? Oh, Saigate coming across the line to defend that. Maybe a little cheeky there, perhaps, in the view of Charlie, perhaps. But he keeps that P4 for now. And aggressive stuff, Joe.
Yeah, it's not very nice to look at now, to be honest.
Synchronizer on the back of Storm. That's for P6, just behind this. As penalties come a-flying.
Yeah, so it's really basically kind of a three-horse race now at the moment, but Saigate needs to latch on to Nadal a bit.
And he's going to. ERS is deployed, DRS is open, and that's Saigate back through into the effective race lead. As a Synchronizer going to put the move on Storm heading into turn 3 as well. Not quite side by side. Let's try and get a better exit. Oh, Synchronizer's lost it again. The same place. Exactly the same place as before, as Saigate holds on to that effective race lead. So again, Synchronizer losing the back end coming out of turn 3. Struggled with it already in this race. Spun once already. And spun again.
Oh, and we have the VSC.
Oh, that's disastrous timing for Kelvin and DJ Williams, who've just gone past the pits. Now, will anything change for the front 3? Or, sorry, the next front 3 there.
Storm is in. The Storm is in.
Hard compound tyres. Seems to be the only one that's coming to the pits. Surely a set of mediums going onto that car.
Set mediums are out, Graham.
So pivoting then from that one stop. Where will he come out? In 11th.
12th. 11th. Sorry.
That's worked out though, in a sense that as we are now under green flag racing.
Oh,
once
and
again,
Nadal gets a quicker start than Sygate.
Side by side. Sygate down the inside.
inside.
Racing line.
Oh, contact!
Oh, Nadal came across into the line. You can see that with a helicopter shot. And stewards could be busy tonight, Joe.
Yeah. Who are the stewards?
I do not know, because I am not involved. As Charlie then on the back of Sygate. He's got full ERS as Charlie. Under that VSC. 21 laps. That gap was still around 11 seconds or so. 11-ish seconds between Kelvin and this squabbling trio. So I think Kelvin could be very much a factor. Because we saw now, look, we saw Wesker in Division 2. Very quick, obviously, but that strategy at the end is very, very quick. Especially compared to old mediums. So, we'll see. But it's going to come soon. This lap or next lap, potentially,
nice
for those...
shot here.
Oh, I'm not seeing that shot, I'm afraid. This lap or next lap or the lap after, potentially, for Kelvin and Sygate.
Kelvin and...
or DJ
Kelvin
Williamson.
and DJ Williamson, Graham.
Those are the pair. Not this lap for Kelvin, it seems. And not this lap either for DJ Williamson. But close. We are close. Oh, that's
Kelvin is in,
for sure. And I'm pretty sure that's also...
And DJ Williamson.
I think I was looking and beforehand. I reckon there's both. That could be both illegal pit entries because they weren't over the right hand side for sure. Because I was looking before they switched away there. Might have to refer that to the stewards. But they're both on softs.
Yeah, you may refer that to
the authorities.
Focky, Adamako and Wesker.
Are they the stewards?
And yeah.
No way.
They are, and head steward is TTG Maximus. So these boys will be quick, Graham.
Are they Division 4 stewards?
They're Division 4 stewards, Graham. Speechless.
Can you repeat those names to me?
Focky Goat, Adam Acko GTFC, and Wesker _95_. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I just need a minute.
You alright, Graham?
No, I'm not.
Well, we have Sygate coming onto the back of Nadal for the race lead. Down the inside. Will he stop the car in time? Oh, jeez, he does not.
No, certainly not.
And Charlie's coming as well.
No DRS for Sygate either.
Aggressive, will it? By Sygate. Oh, it will be. Oh, holy. Wow.
Very aggressive. So, Joe, the gap between Nadal and Kelvin, 6.8 seconds. The gap from Nadal to DJ Williamson, 7.3 seconds. The latter
it's going to be a feisty last 10 laps, boy.
Are on the soft compound tyres. There are, as Nadal comes across the line. 12 laps to go, including the one they're just about to begin. 12 laps now. Joe, I think we're in for a stellar finish.
Oh, we are, Graham, and a fast lap for Kelvin.
Sygate,
6-0,
and Robin have been squabbling so much that and Charlie have been squabbling so much they've allowed this pair to get right into race contention out of nowhere. As Kelvin
goes down the outside of nearly on key. And DJ Williamson side by side with Kelvin. He'll get the toe off key. Will he go down the inside of key? Oh no, he'll go outside. Switcheroo. Oh, contact! He's pushed off. Kelvin gets through. Jesus, Graham, this is going to be feisty.
It is. Of course, they do have to make sure they don't trip over each other in the process, and they need to try and take each other with them in a sense, and not trip up over the guys in front. That will only play into the hands of Nadal, Saigate, and Charlie. So.
And Robin. And
yeah, Robin's close enough, to be fair. I think Robin could be, well, he's got a penalty now, but he could be a factor because he's got significantly fresher tyres. He went, obviously, extended big time on his softs. And he will be a factor because those tyres
Here comes Charlie on Saigate.
Come the end of the race. Here we go then.
Moving. Oh, squeezes him like a happy son.
Oh, and Kelvin hits the back of Key, but his wing's okay.
Here comes DJ Williamson.
Here comes and Key on Robin. Into turn 4. Oh, it's getting scrappy.
God. As saucy here.
It is very saucy.
Oh my God. Oh, and Kelvin.
Oh, he's through, and DJ Williamson looks like he's through as well. So Robin, the big loser there. Oh, aggressive stuff. Yes, Daffy Duck. It was very, very aggressive stuff. That was the noise you just made.
Yeah, Graham, just keep your pun to yourself.
So Kelvin then should make relatively light work of Key once gets onto the back of him. Ooh, but misses turn 1 very much so, and will pick up a penalty in the process. So this race is going to come down to penalties.
Oh, it definitely is, Graham. There's about 19 million penalties popping up here, left, right, and centre.
Key has gone extremely defensive. Oh, it's tough stuff, and Robin's going to get back into this action once again.
And this is opening the door for Martin Bell. Martin Bell is closing in as well. So we're going to have nearly an 8-car battle for the lead. Oh my God, and DJ Williamson's on the curb.
This is allowing the front 3 to get away with their squabbling for earlier, because they're actually not squabbling at the moment. They're holding station, the top 3, and they have done for a few laps now, whereas the squabbling is happening behind them. Oh, DJ Williamson almost losing the back end there through turn 8. So Kelvin, I think Kelvin will drive up to the back of them as Nadal gets a penalty, but he has to dispatch Key first. We know Key's got pace. He should be further up the field, but he's had 2 errors that have...
Oh! And Saigate gets a better run than Nadal. Overtake, engage, and Nadal has not much ERS. Stuck in overtake on the turn. That does not help.
No, I think...
DRS, Saigate on the grass. Will he go down the inside? No, he won't. Oh, Jesus.
Hang around the outside though. Saigate placing his car.
No,
and Key then, and Kelvin still side by side. Oh, it's risky stuff. Kelvin just has to get through. But Key is being stern in his defence. The gap is coming down though between this front, between all these guys at the front. See a top 5, top 7, less than top 8. It's separate by 5.3 seconds.
Yeah, Graham, sure. I don't know who's going to win because I'm not going to check the penalties.
No, I'm not either. Because
just let it happen.
We're going to be surprised come the end of the race. It's going to be a nice surprise for everyone. I think DJ Williamson might be in a decent spot here because I don't remember him having a ton of penalties. Charlie, I think, is in a good spot as well.
Kelvin gets a better run than Key. Sorry to butt in, Graham.
Oh, you're all good.
Oh, but he has 0 ERS, so.
Yeah, Key's run out of defence here. And Nadal, Nadal's had a wide exit, but he still has DRS then on Saigate. And Charlie right behind this as well as DJ Williamson and Key then. But we're going to look at this for the change of the lead of the race. Potentially better run for Nadal on the exit. Side by side.
Oh, Key is off the road.
He's falling down the order, but Saigate holds that position. Key then out of the fray. Looks like Saigate picks up a penalty.
Oh, a bit of a wiggle there.
Oh, Saigate.
Nadal gets a better run.
And Charlie's
and
right
Charlie.
As well. Backs out of it sensibly, has plenty of DRS, but Kelvin and DJ Williamson are closing in. They're going to have DRS very, very soon. Not at this activation point, but the next one, they certainly will. as the top 6 separate by 3.4 seconds. Top 5, 2.5 seconds covering them. It's going to be something's going to give, Joe. There can't be this many cars.
Oh, it's going to be carnage soon.
There's going to be someone's going to end up in the wall.
Charlie has a better run. He's closing. He gets squeezed again. Like, please sort out your driving, Saige.
Much better exit at his yellow flag. Abdullah is out of this race, retired in the pits, but he is through. Then Charlie is through, and he's come barely to and Kelvin's damaged his wing in the back of his teammate.
Oh, contact! Oh my God!
As well, he won't be too happy. DJ Williamson's lost a lot of time here somewhere as well, but now Kelvin has damage, and that might be the cork in the bottle that this top 3 need. Some very questionable driving tonight, Joe, must be said.
Yeah, I'm going to have that word in that chat after.
Do you need to?
Yeah. Charlie closing up to Nadal.
Locks a bit. Understeers a bit. DJ Williamson is through on Kelvin, but gets a penalty in the process. That could be tough. As Charlie not close enough to threaten Nadal. Lap 31 of 36. At the Red Bull Ray Martin Bell getting into the equation here as well. 15 lap mediums, but the DRS very much pulling him along. And here comes Charlie. His closing speed is great. He goes down the inside, locks a brake in the process, bit of contact with Nadal. Still side by side, heading towards turn 6. Nadal remains ahead, but now DJ Williamson is going to be putting the pressure on Saige.
Yeah.
Now with the soft rubber. Look at this, absolute scenes. 4.7 seconds, Joe, separate first from 8.
DJ Williamson go wide. Martin Bell is catching Kelvin with the broken wing.
Yeah, Kelvin just has to try and survive as best as he can. Anything changing at the front? Nothing mad. Again, Charlie's closing speed is good, but not good enough to make a lunge, and Martin Bell getting close as well.
Thought he was sizing up a move there, Graham.
Thought so as well. Again, closing speed for Nadal's going to be great, but not enough. As Martin Bell, I thought he was going to go for the dive, but he thinks better of it. Sticks to the outside line. Biding his time, the patience. Penalties, Joe, are going to be mad. It's going to be a mad decider. It's going to be amazing. As a much better run, DJ Williamson heading out of turn 8 against Saige, who's dangerously close to being dropped out of DRS. Kelvin is out of DRS as Martin Bell goes around the outside of turn 9 rather. A brilliant move from the racing point, and he is true. As Martin, the VSC is deployed, putting a halt to everything as Cam is out of this race, having retired at turn 3. So breathing.
That's just going to close everything up again, like.
Yeah. If anyone got a speeding penalty this time, it would be absolute curtains. Let's see who's going to be paying attention, who's going to get caught napping, because it's all so very tight with just a few laps to go. Lap 33 of 36. We are still under VSC, waiting for the go.
Waiting for the green light.
Waiting.
We're
getting ready to go though. We're getting close. It's based on nothing. I have no idea if we're close or not.
We are close. Who is gone?
We're go.
We are.
And Saige's been caught napping a little bit there. Front 2, looks like they got a decent getaway. Saige, look at this, but he's okay though. Nothing doing for now. He's still within DRS, and that's the most important thing. We head on to lap 34. Run.
DJ Williamson gets a better run out the last corner. Saige moves to the right hand side. I think he should just back off there. Better run. And he flies by.
It's a done deal. DJ Williamson, he is through. Saige's got no ERS to fight with. And as DJ Williamson then into
Oh,
the top
Buster,
three.
he'll fight it. Oh, I thought he was going to dive on
Yeah,
there.
he will if he can, but I don't think he's got the tools to do so. And now DJ Williamson is unleashed onto the top two. Nadal's straight line speed is very good, it must be said. And that's keeping him in front for now, but there are penalties to be applied, and plenty of them. So it's a lottery, Joe. I think Charlie is in the. I don't remember seeing a ton of stuff pop up for Charlie. I think I've seen something for everyone else. I might have missed something as well, but I think Charlie is in. If I had to guess, if you ask for a prediction, Joe, of how this is going to unfold, I think Charlie's going to win this race. He'll flag sector 3. That is key off, not for the first time today, and he's going to fall down the order one side. He is race winning pace at key, but he's been his own worst enemy today. As Nadal then, Charlie, very close.
Martin Bell closing up to Sidegate, gets the move done. Sidegate gets a better run though.
Nadal's going under pressure, Joe. He's going to be in big trouble here as Charlie's finally using his reserves of ERS and down the inside into turn 3. Little lock up. Nadal, can he fight it? Oh, DJ Williamson's going to be right there.
Oh, and DJ Williamson is here. 3 wide.
As Nadal slips in, rather, will he go to the inside line? DJ Williamson's going to hold the lead for now. Oh, Nadal goes for the dive. Oh. Charlie on the outside. Oh, oversteered. And Charlie's lost out. Mark Bell's going to nip through into P3. Charlie then loses out. It's a 2-horse race at the front on track between DJ Williamson and Nadal, as we are about to head on to, once they finish this lap, the final lap of this race. Well, I think Charlie's going to be pretty mad that Nadal went for that dive. Certainly unsettled the car and unsettled him, as DJ Williamson then is going to move on to the final lap of this race in the lead. So the ultimate strategy then, mediums to softs, worked out very well, but of course there is a few more twists left to be had. Of course, talking about penalties.
Yep. Sorry, Graham.
So the field has spread out just a bit. Kelvin's fallen to 7th. Such has been his woes at the front wing, and woes elsewhere separated the field somewhat. So it looks like this is how it's going to finish on track, it seems. But it'll certainly not be the final result. It's been a good drive from so many of these drivers. Some pinball action for sure. Some questionable defensive driving. I'm sure the stewards will have their say.
Some squeezing.
But it has been a very tightly contested race. That much cannot be denied, as Nadal, not to help his cause, picks up a 3-second penalty in the last lap. So his chances of victory are surely gone. Let's see then how this all unfolds. Out of the final corner comes DJ Williamson. He's going to win this race on track. I think Charlie's going to jump them all. He does.
He does.
Charlie does win the Austrian Grand Prix ahead of DJ Williamson in 2nd, Nadal then 3rd, Martin Belfort, Sidegate 5th, Conti jumps up to 6th, Robin 7th, Kelvin 8th, TTG Storm in 9th, and Nicky then crossed the line in 10th. So actually not a ton of change in the end. Mostly Charlie was the one that went up the field. Everyone else's penalties seemed to even out then in the end. I think Nadal cost himself 2nd place. Actually, Nadal cost himself the race win on the last lap there, I believe.
He did, yeah.
Because he finished 6/10. Sorry, let's just have to look at the lead. 1.1 seconds behind Charlie in the end. He did cost himself that race win on the last lap.
Key, come on now. I have to drink a few cans of Guinness now. Come on.
Oh, there's got to be a penalty for this, surely.
Please now. Please.
Yes. This, I hope the stewards come down hard on this.
Come on.
Completely unnecessary.
Come on. It's come on. Thank you.
And there you go. Whew, that was something, Joe.
Grandma.
Are you stuck for words?
I am speechless of what happened that race. Like, between people ramming each other off the track, actually Graham, the pit lane entries as well.
Yes.
Between that between squeezing and no racecraft, no nothing. It's just disgusting. Like, just like,
yeah, there's a lot of
like
firm driving.
it's I don't know. People just need to take a look at themselves. Oh my god.
So
My
there's your penalty
days.
situation. Most people had three penalties, it seemed, in the end. So see, that's why I say it seemed to even out in the end. Charlie had two. I don't even remember whether one popped up for Charlie. He had two apparently, but indeed, Nadal cost himself victory on the last lap with that penalty. But Charlie does finish first ahead of DJ Williamson in second from 14th on the great drive from him. Nadal third, Martin Bell fourth, Sygate in fifth place, Conti sixth, Robin seventh, Kelvin eighth, TTG Storm ninth, Nicky in 10th, and then Key and Lord Holton rounding out the finishers in 11th and 12th. So, Joseph, that is your lot. For this race, the Austrian Grand Prix. Would you like to tell, ladies and gentlemen, what is next on the calendar?
Next Friday night is the Hungaroring, Graham. Sorry, I didn't know I might couldn't speak there. Tune in, join me and Graham, 8 o'clock. Hopefully it'll be a fun, boring race, as Hungary is usually. No overtaking, just driving around for 30 to 35.
Yeah.
35 laps of just hard running and a dirty one stop. See you all next week, and thanks for having me on, Graham. Bye.